Hi everyone, so it's a bright sunny day and I'm working my way through my 500 series machines, so I thought it's a perfect time to get the 560 out of storage. Well, it's not really in storage, it's more kept under the stairs. I'd slipped the belt off before I put it away since the last time I used it, which was a few months ago, so hopefully the belt should still be tight enough to use and I won't have to put a replacement on. It's in good nick. It's polished up really well. This is, I think, the only machine that I've got, apart from my brand new 504, that I don't have to take the motor out and do anything to it. Because from memory, I think this was already done by somebody else. It seems to run fine. This speed control thing on the top, that seems to run okay. So I think it's just a case of making sure that the belt's on, making sure that the bag's empty, or at least it's not too full, which it shouldn't be, and then giving it a quick go. So we'll have a look at the different features of this machine, which was the replacement for the 506, which I've shown you. Pretty much exactly the same. The only differences are down here on the badge. So the badge is well, it's not completely different, but it's a slightly different design. We've still got the electronic little symbol in the middle at the top, but we have like the Royal Warrants now on there. We've still got the min and max slide for the suction. The stripe, the go faster stripe, still goes up the middle. Slightly different colour. I only noticed this morning when I was comparing this to my 506. Typically I haven't got that to hand, so I can't show you, but the colours are slightly different. And also on the top here is a bit of trim, a bit of moulding. 506, that's got the same colour running all the way up, but this stops at the bag clip, which is plastic. I think 506 was plastic as well. So here's our indicator. So I've got it set to minimum at the moment. Turn it up to norm. And then for your tool use or any stubborn bits of fluff or hair, put it on boost. Now I think, from memory, this sticker here is different to the one that was on the 506. I'm pretty sure. We can always go back and watch the other video and compare it. But other than that, I don't think there's anything unusual or new. Still got the height control for the head. So at the moment, because it's forward, it's in the floating position. When you bring it back, it raises the brush bar away from the carpet. So it makes it higher up for long cloud carpets. On the back, we have our strengthened handle with these two bits of plastic. Lower cord storage hook and carry handle still in place, and that's all fine. There's our vent for exhaust air to come out of. We have our tool port. Hopefully it's not too dirty. Ooh, there's a bit of muck in there, but it hasn't been cleaned since the last time I used it. So your tools would plug straight into there. We have our upper cord storage hook just on here. Cable relief coming out the side. And then if I turn you around and bring you closer in here, there we go. We can see top of the handle, slight difference in colour, but not massive. And our on-off switch. So if this was plugged in and it's in the off position, this would be illuminated. When you switch it on, light goes off. So it's just to tell you that there's electricity running to the machine. So let's push you away slightly. There we go. So on the back, I mentioned about the tools. I have a brown toolkit. And this came with the machine from the chap in Birmingham that I bought it off. It's in really good nick. These handles, they always squeak as you turn them around. I have put a bit of lubrication into the joint, but it doesn't seem to make too much difference. It's not the longest of hoses. The older woven ones were slightly longer, but it's airtight. So that's really all that matters. And then that just plugs straight in at the bottom here. I could probably do with tightening this screw up here so that that doesn't flap about. But yeah, hose goes in and you've got the stumpy handle where you can reach to stuff. We have the old flying fanny on the end of one of the extension tubes. You get two shorter plastic extension tubes with this one. Obviously fold back these wings and off she flies, and that's your upholstery tool. So these are quite compacted. So I'm not quite sure if there's a way to get those to spread out. Might have to put an elastic band or something in, some kind of stopper that will open that out. But it's in good condition. They're all clean. They're not heavily scratched up or anything like that. Let's just take that off. We also get obviously a second wand with crevice tool. I think I mentioned it before that the nice long white ones, and I think you got black as well. They're not too short, but that size has long gone, and they're economising now, so they give you slightly less plastic. I also have a white set. I think that's used with my 550. If you look back to that video, I have used both with this machine. I think the brown goes better with this darker caramel, but it doesn't really matter. You can use whatever toolkit you want. I do have that kit to hand and the box it came in. So you notice on it, it says it's for the 502S and 506. So this was like 1983 at the latest, and it's come from Scotland. It's come from Wishaw. I think, is there a snooker player that's from Wishaw? Wizard of Wishaw? Can't remember. If you know, please tell me, because we're all dying to know. But yeah, if I go into here, you've seen this kit already. It's the white one. Yeah, there you go. See, with the stumpy handle. It's just the same, just this one's brown, this one's white. But yeah, you get exactly the same crevice tool, if I can find it. There we go. So yeah, they didn't really go in for long tools back then. Although, to be fair, I would say this is probably still slightly longer than things that you get these days. SIBO excluded, because my X4, that has got a really long crevice tool, a bit like the old Electrolux ones. So that's handy. Had a Miele C3 where the tools were on board, and that was an absolute waste of time. As great as the brush was and the upholstery tool, the crevice tool was a complete waste of time because it wouldn't go down the side of the car seats, which is the whole point of a crevice tool, surely, is to get to the parts that the normal nozzle won't reach to. Anyway, apart from that, I love Miele cleaners. I think they're fantastic. Right, let's move that. So I will get this plugged in and give it a bit of a run because I've not used it for ages, and it's a classic machine. It's absolutely beautiful. I want to enjoy it for the afternoon. It's a sunny day, so let's show it off. I got the instruction booklet as well when I picked this up. It's perhaps seen better days, as you'll see from down here. There's a bit of it's water damaged and ripped off, but you know, you can read all the important bits. So there's a lady with a bit of a purdy cut going on there, and it opens out this way. There we go. So it just tells you about setting it all up, doing your height control, and then obviously it'll move on to things like emptying the bag, clearing blockages, changing the belt. Yeah, and then if I fold that page back in, you'll notice it explains about using the tools, and you can see down the bottom it's referring to that white set that I've got. So originally this would have come out with accompanying white tools. You'd still have to buy them separately, and then later on they've decided, oh, we'll do a different colour, we'll put brown in. So replace your bristles, that kind of thing. Nothing about beta bar, even though this came to me with a beta bar. I imagine in the shop it probably would have come just with brushes. And then on the back, the old usual guarantee, service centre. I wonder if any of these places are still open in whichever part of the country. But I think the date on it is March 1984, somewhere down here. Can't read back to front. Where is it? There, where my finger is. So March 1984. I think the date on the cleaner is a bit later than that. If if we can get to it. I'm going to have to hoik it up, but you're not going to be able to see it, so I'm just going to read it out to you. It looks like 439, so 39th week of 84. So yeah, the instructions came or were printed before the cleaner was made, but it's still the same year. Week 39, I'm just trying to work out when that would be. Probably September, October, something like that. Yeah, can't do the maths in my head, but autumn. Let's say autumn. Autumn 84. So yeah, I'll stop rambling. I'll get this beautiful lady plugged in and just give her a once over around the living room. I don't think there's really many more 500s to show you. I think 502S, which I haven't really done. I think I did a quick whiz round when I first cleaned it up. I love that machine. I love the 502S as a whole. I just think it looks so fantastic. It's grown on me more and more over the years. I was always, 502 won out of everything. Then obviously the 504 comes in and I'm a bit sort of, oh, which of the two or four is my favourite? 502S now is vying for top spot, but that will come. I'll do another video on that another day. And yeah, let's just get this one plugged in, give her a whirl. We'll adjust the speeds, we'll put the tools in, and you see her in all her glory. Okay, so one thing I didn't notice was, or I forgot rather, on the last bit was to show you the bag. I haven't checked the bag. So if I flip this open, we have our little donut. It's still there. It's an original one. It's a bit flat, but I think it does the trick. And then inside, I'll tell you what, let's tilt you a bit. There we go. We have the bag, and it has got quite a bit of muck in the bottom there. So hopefully this will be okay. We'll see if the suction's reduced. And then inside, it's the usual story of 2 filters. I've got SIBO air fresheners in there by the look and smell of it. And we have our clip on the bottom because this can be emptied. But I'll just pop it back in for now. It should be all right for this demo. And then afterwards, I'm going to have to do some cleaning up of it because I think it just needs a bit of a wipe over inside. But yeah, I'll give it a go. We'll start it off on medium. No, not medium, minimum. I'm not paying attention. Right, lights on the top, if you can see. So, that's here. Yeah. Now to norm. That's the normal carpet cleaning. And then to boost, yeah, there's nothing wrong with that motor, so I don't need to start taking this apart. It should be fine. Yeah, I'll just move the camera and then we'll give her a roll and you can hear her in action. the tools in now. Yeah, good suction. I mean, not cylinder suction, but still good. Good enough. Take the hose off now. And then reduce it. And then back to cleaning. Put it back down. There we go. So she's running quite nicely, which I'm pleased about. She might actually need a new belt. I'm not entirely sure, because if you noticed, it does sound a bit flabby when it runs across the floor. It's not too bad, but I was expecting slightly better track marks in places, especially when I compare it to things like the what's the word, the 550. That definitely produces better track marks, but you know, it still does a good job. Suction's fine on it. I don't need to reduce the min and the max thing there. Ooh, the light's shining on it, there we go. It always has to be down in the floating head position, because if I put it too high up there, it doesn't actually really touch the carpet with the brushes. So pop it down there. It's still got the growl of a beta bar, which we're used to from those other earlier machines. But yeah, it's a nice machine. I'm glad to have got it out. And I think the next one will be 502S, I think. Yeah, I don't know if I'll have a chance to record that this weekend, but I'll certainly try and do it ASAP. The other little thing that I've got coming, I'm quite excited about this, is I have a very early 1970s cylinder. It's actually a late 60s machine. It was out late 60s till early 70s, and it completes a family set. And you probably know, if you like your Electrolux cylinders, which one I'm talking about. But yeah, if you give me some time when it arrives, I'll get it cleaned up, and then we'll see that one as well. But yeah, for the time being, here's the 560 in all her glory. Out for a little stroll around my living room, and yeah, very glad to have such a lovely example in my collection.